Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Flight Podcast. My name is Jacob Shanker.
And I'm Andrew Thomas.
Shut up and sit down.
Mr. Shanker.
Mr. Thomas.
Have you been Mr. Lifeguard?
Doing well, almost there.
I'm not there yet.
Those of you listening, just passed the pretest for lifeguarding. Now,
We gotta respect these rookies coming in.
Oh yeah, Andrew, you're the pro.
Got a first year right here.
Are you a pro now?
I'm a pro.
Okay.
I'm indeed a pro.
I see.
I'm a pro.
Okay.
I'm a god at lifeguarding. I'm a god.
All right, calm down there.
Yeah, but it's good to be back in spring season. It's getting close to
Summer.
It's getting close to pool season. Yeah, summer. It'll be nice.
End of school would be nice as well.
Yeah. I also heard about some news about Fast and Furious and how they're only going to make 2 more movies or something like that.
Mm-hmm. And the new trailer just came out, which it honestly, I was not hyped for it, but it kind of looks sick.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm not a big Fast and Furious fan. I've never watched any of the movies.
You've never watched any of the Fast and Furious? You're kidding.
No, but you just had a massive lag spike there, buddy.
My bad. But are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh my God, we're gonna watch all of them this weekend.
Oh.
I'm not kidding. We're gonna actually watch because one of our friends, she has not watched it either, and I told her that we would watch it also. So we're definitely watching it this weekend. But let's get back to sports stuff. So
back in the sports world,
the NBA is ending soon. Well, not it's ending soon. The regular season is going to be over soon, and something called the play-in tournament will be starting. Now, this is the first year where, I mean, they had the play-in tournament last year, but it wasn't the proper play-in tournament. It was just it was the 8th and 9th seed played against each other. It was Trailblazers and Grizzlies, and Trailblazers came out on top. But in this year, they're going to do the proper play-in tournament, and I'm just going to explain how it works. So in each conference, it is going to include the 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th seeds. The 7th and 8th seeds play against each other, and then the 9th and 10th seeds play against each other. And 7th and 8th, they only have to win 1 game, and then they make the playoffs. But the 9th and 10th need to win 2 in a row in order to make the playoffs. So it's going to be very tough for them. But in this episode, we are going to be talking about who we think will make the play-in tournament as it's getting closer and closer, and it's very hard to figure it out. So, Andrew, who do you got coming out in the West play-in tournament?
In the West, 7th through 10th seed, in order, in my opinion. I looked at it. You gave me a link to a meter on how hard their schedules were, so I did evaluation on that a little bit.
Yeah.
And Blazers are going to be the 7th seed, Warriors will be 8th, Grizzlies are going to be the 9th, and the Spurs will be the 10th. It's going to be really close between the Spurs and Pelicans, I think.
Wait, sorry, who'd you say for 10th?
Spurs.
Okay. So, Blazers, Warriors, and all right. I'm just so why'd you pick Warriors ahead of Grizzlies?
Because they're on a 4-game win streak and they have a pretty good schedule.
Yeah. And
also Steph's been going off. I think he's averaging like 38 or something. You know, I'm going to do a fact check on that now because he's been going ham. He had 42 points. Let's just double check this quickly because this is absolutely ridiculous. His points per game went up a ridiculous amount. It was crazy. And I think it went from like 30.1 and then it went up 0.6 in like 4 games.
That's crazy.
So in the past 5 games, Stephen Curry is averaging 40.
Well, he's going off. I mean, coming back and really showing it. I mean, here's the problem.
I said he was averaging 35, and he's averaging 40.
Jesus, that's nuts. Well, it's Stephen Curry. What do you expect?
I
don't expect anything.
Yeah, he's also shooting 60% and 50 from 3.
He has.
I'm sorry. Sure it's hilarious.
In a 3 or like 4 game span, he officially has the most threes ever made. And it's been
Yeah, I
Five,
think it's
like in the top 5 times that happened, guess who has those spots? Steph has every
all
single
Steph Curry, I'm assuming.
every 5, every single one.
He is so good. It is so funny. He has 8 3-pointers made, 10 3-pointers made, 11 3-pointers made. He only played 29 minutes and he had freaking 42 points.
He shoots it and it
He
goes
had a
in.
plus minus of 31.
It's Chef Curry. What do you
He had a
expect?
plus minus of 31.
It is. But
Yeah, and not only that, his plus minus for the season is +3, which is pretty damn good.
yeah, that's really good. Um, I think the one thing that's going to hurt the Warriors a lot is James Wiseman. He's out for the rest of the season. It's
Yeah.
official. So I think I mean, obviously Steph doesn't have to do anything else. I mean, he's playing to even he's exceeding everybody's expectations about what he could do. So there's nothing else we can tell him to do. Um, right. So I think it's got to be everyone else.
Yeah.
Because I'm very on edge on whether I mean I agree with the Trailblazers on them being 7th, but I'm going back and forth on whether I think it's going to be Grizzlies or Warriors between the 8th and 9th seed because
Yeah. Because the Warriors have a good schedule.
they
And
they
like you
both have
said,
good
the
schedules.
Blazers also have a tough. Yeah.
Yeah,
But I think Curry's going to go off.
I think Curry will, but I think it's not going to depend on Curry. It's going to depend on the surrounding cast because Draymond Green needs to step up. Now that he's going to be able to be more in that big man role, he's going to need to really show out because when it's all said and done, he is the second option. And he's not acting like it. He's acting like a 4th option right now. 5th option even,
Yeah.
depending on who's playing.
Not doing phenomenal.
No. So he's going to need to do it. Kelly Oubre is going to need to stop being the pretty boy and just try and do and play the game right because he's just not doing anything. But I think that's going to be the biggest thing. But for the 10th seed, I actually have the Pelicans making it. Even though I really want the Spurs to make it, the reason I'm saying the Pelicans is because the Spurs have the second hardest schedule for the remaining of the year. Pelicans are 9th.
Pelicans have 10th.
Yeah,
My bad. I guess it's 9th.
No, it's 9th. Yeah, but it doesn't matter. It's not that far off, but still, the Spurs have a much tougher schedule, and it's not like they're that far apart. The Spurs are
No, they're pretty far apart. They're 2 games. They're 2 games apart.
they're
2
2
games
games
back.
back, but still, that's doable. It's still doable.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I think it's going to be Pelicans, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Spurs make it. But it's going to be very hard with them. Yeah. So why don't we go?
Yeah. I also.
Sorry, what were you saying?
I also said it was going to be close. I think it'll be close.
Yeah. Yeah. So why don't we talk about the East, right? So for my East ones, I think this is going to be a bit more dramatic in terms of the changes, right? In the West, I feel like it would be smaller changes, but in the East, we'll see a lot of big changes.
I agree.
One thing I think that is going to be big is that I think the Heat are going to go up a lot because they have a very easy schedule and they're not that far behind from some of these top teams, such as the Hawks.
Yeah.
Who the Heat are 2.5 or no 1.5 games behind them.
1.5. Yeah.
So it's not.
Heat are doing. Sorry, you go. You finish your take.
No, I was just saying how it's not going to be that far away from the Heat making it to the top 5 seeds. But
yeah, I agree. I think that the Heat are probably going to end up going to the 4th seed because you said of their easy schedule, and I think that's why I also think the Hawks are going to go down. Celtics have a decent schedule. The Knicks have a good schedule, and I'm really excited. The Knicks are going back to the playoffs, baby.
I don't remember ever thinking about this whatsoever. The last time I could say, yeah, let's see the Knicks. Can't wait to go to a
The Knicks.
Well, because
oh boy,
yeah, but my teams that I have in the 7th through 10th in order, I actually have the Knicks going down because of their schedule. I think they'll still make it. I think they'll stay in 7th. I have the Hornets staying. I think they'll be in 8th, Pacers 9th, and I got the Wizards at 10th. I think in terms of first off with the Knicks, they have the 6th hardest schedule. So I think the Heat are obviously going to be able to go up. So it's obviously going to result in the Knicks going down since the Knicks are 6th, Heat are 7th right now. So I could see them there. Hornets, they have a pretty decent schedule. Same with the Pacers, so they're more or less going to be staying the same. Um, I wouldn't be surprised if the Pacers overtook the Hornets for the eighth seed. But the Bulls and the Raptors, they both have hard schedules for the rest of the year. That's one thing. And the second thing is that the Bulls are going to be without Zach LaVine because now or it's not confirmed yet,
Yeah, it's COVID.
but yeah, it's COVID. Which he's going to be out for 2 weeks, so that's not going to be good for the Bulls. And
No,
the Wizards have a very easy schedule. They have healthy players, so I see them making it.
I agree. But in order for me, I have Hawks, Hornets, Pacers, then Wizards. Like you said, the Wizards have an easy schedule. Have a really hard schedule, and the Bulls also have a hard schedule, and it's going to get even harder without Zach LaVine. And Russ has been playing out of his mind. Bradley Beal has been ridiculous, still averaging like 30, 31.
Yeah.
They've been doing good, very good offensively, and they're not going to get past the play-in 100%. And it pains me to say it, unless something changes and injuries happen. But
Well,
come on, they're
yeah,
not going to beat the Pacers.
yeah.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, I think the Pacers are going to go also for the eighth seed, and 100%. I think it's going to be a really, really good game between the Hawks and the Hornets. And if LaMelo Ball was playing, the Hornets would demolish the Hawks.
So, I mean, I understand why you think the Hawks are gonna go down to the seventh seed because I mean, you hate them just as much as I do, but that's okay. But um, I think that I don't think that they're going to go down that much. I'll go all the way down to seventh seed because they don't have that hard of a schedule. That's the thing. Um, so
Yeah, but I think that the oh, I'm sorry. You finish. You finish. You finish.
all right, no, it's. I mean, I think like I said, the Heat are going to go up. I think they're going to replace the Hawks spot. I think the Celtics will stay the same. Knicks are going to go down though. I think because they have a tough schedule, and it's going to be very tough for them to stay in the sixth. But I definitely see them staying in the seventh, and I'm very in on that. Just be in terms of the strength of the schedule because it's on completely different ends between the Hawks and the Knicks.
Okay. All right. I think that the Knicks are a good enough team to keep winning, and I think the fact that it's so close is going to be the reason why the Hawks are going to go down.
Yeah.
I just don't think they're good enough. I just think that they're all offense. They have no defense. Capella's been going off, but
Well, you can say
Trey's been slightly inconsistent.
you can say
What?
the opposite for the Knicks. The Knicks are all defense and no offense.
Yeah, that's true. They have a decent offense, though. Decent. The Hawks' defense is terrible.
Yeah, but
Come on, they got Randall, R.J. Barrett.
it's just random.
It's
Yeah, that's like
decent.
it's okay, fine, decent. I'll give you decent.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Um,
I still think that defense wins games, and that's going to make the Knicks go up or make Knicks stay the same.
you know what's crazy?
And I think it's going to be.
It's that there's been multiple teams that have won in the NBA Finals where they've been the worst. I mean, the best defensive team, but the worst offensive team. A lot of the times that happened with the Bill Russell Celtics, right? But there's never been a team where they had the best offense and the worst defense that has won the NBA Finals. So if the Nets win this year, they will be the first team to ever do that.
That's true. Nets defense is pretty bad, and it just got worse without LaMarcus Aldridge.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Um, but why don't we
Yep.
get into who we actually think are going to make the playoffs? So let's start out with the West. You said so how it would end up, it'd be Blazers playing Warriors, Grizzlies playing Spurs. So who do you see out of that matchups winning, and which two teams do you have making the playoffs?
Well, I got the Blazers winning 100% over the Grizzlies, and I have or
The
wait,
Warriors.
I'm so confused right now.
The Blazers
Yeah,
would play
no, yeah, the Blazers would play the Warriors. I think that that's going to be a really good game. I don't know why I thought the Blazers were going to go against Grizzlies again.
oh, good.
I think that's going to be a really good game. I think that it all depends on Steph Curry. and how good he plays. It also is going to depend a little bit on Draymond Green and how good he plays. If he plays terrible, they lose. If Steph plays bad, they lose. But Damian Lillard is a bad defender. And Steph is not a good defender, but he's not as bad as Damian Lillard. And I
Yeah.
think that, in my opinion, I think that the Warriors, I think this is going to be 50-50. I want to lean towards the Warriors because I love Steph, and his MVP season is ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
And we just got to see how that goes. And also, don't forget, even though they lost Klay Thompson, but the Warriors still, like, they're weaker compared to what they were. But we're also, don't forget that the Warriors swept the Blazers,
Mm-hmm.
and Steph played out of his mind. Steph is a good playoff performer.
I mean, Clay was there, but yeah.
Yeah, but that was also, well, like, at the same time though, they still swept them, and
Yeah.
Dame
It was
kind of
Steph
shrugged.
dominating. It was Steph dominating.
Yeah, he averaged like 35.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sneeze.
I mean, yeah, honestly, with mine, even though I don't have the same standings or the same teams winning it, I still got Blazers and Warriors making the playoffs. Blazers will 100% win it, whether it's they're playing the Warriors or the Grizzlies, they're going to win it. And for the Warriors, I think whichever team they play, they'll also win, right? Whether it's the Grizzlies or if it's the Pelicans or Spurs or whatever team, they will win. Um,
Yep.
just because it's Steph. Steph is going to be dominating because
Steph Curry.
he wants to
second best point guard of all time.
yeah, he wants to prove everyone wrong and that the only reason he won was because of his team.
Yeah.
Right.
Also, don't forget the winning percentage goes way up, and it goes way down when Steph isn't there. It goes way up when he is there.
Oh yeah.
They have like 25 wins or something. They have 25 wins and like 17 losses in the games that Steph plays, and I think they're like what 2-10. I think it's actually 25-19 for Steph. So they're like 9-3, or 3-9 without him.
Damn. Well, yeah. I mean,
Pretty bad without him.
those games he was injured with cost him because he was out for like a little over a month. So
Yeah, I think they would have been better.
Oh yeah, they probably would have been a sixth, seventh seed at this point. But for the East, let's go on to the East. So for mine, it would be the it would be the Knicks playing the Hornets, and then the Pacers playing the Wizards. I definitely think the Knicks are going to come out on top, making the playoffs, making that
100%.
And then for the Pacers and the Wizards, honestly, I would not be surprised if the Wizards won. Honestly.
I wouldn't either, but I think it's also going to be, even though I'm a Russell Westbrook fan, I think it's kind of low because they don't have anyone to guard Sabonis.
Yeah, no, that's the problem.
And Brogdon is a decent defender.
But
no one's going to be able to guard Russ and Real.
Yeah. That's the big thing. The reason that I'm very hesitant about this game is because of the game that they had a little while ago. When remember, it was like not towards the beginning of the season. It was like midway through the season when they played the Nets and the Wizards were like coming back, and Russ hit that game-winning three and they won that.
That was ridiculous. I jumped out of my chair. I was screaming.
Huge. Russ has been averaging I think like 25-point triple-double this season, right? He will probably finish the
something like that, yeah.
Averaging a triple-double, which the last time he did it, his MVP year. And it'll be this second, third time.
Fourth time.
Sorry, that it's happened. And it's really insane. And Bradley Beal obviously leading the league in scoring. So I could see the Wizards coming out and going in the 8th seed.
So that's also a possibility, but I think that the Pacers defense is going to help them there.
Yeah.
I think Miles Turner is a good enough paint protector against Wizards, who are a good offensive team, bad defensively. I think that it's going to be about the defense for the Pacers and how well they do against the Wizards.
Oh, definitely.
No one's going to be able to guard Beal and Russ, but it also depends on how Hachimura plays because he's their third option and he is decent. I think he averages like 15 or something like that.
Yeah, he did. I think, well, with the Pacers, they're just very mid all around, right? They're like maybe a bit above average in terms of their defense. They're like average, and a bit above average in terms of their offense, and like about maybe average in terms of their defense. They're not a phenomenal team, but they're a team that could probably make the playoffs. It's just in terms of how they can play in when there's pressure. But the Wizards' offense is so great, and they have a bunch of players that know how to play under pressure. Russell Westbrook, Bradley Beal. There's going to be a lot of new young guys, but look at how Russ is leading this team, right? He completely
He's doing a good
transformed.
job.
Right when he was injured, they were like at the beginning of the year, they were not doing that well. He comes back from injury and he completely transformed the team, and now they could make the playoffs.
Yeah, that it was a big change, and it was pretty damn ridiculous. I didn't think the Wizards were going to do this good towards the second half, but
No.
in the games that Russ plays, like the Wizards, they have 21 wins and 33 losses. When Russ plays, they're positive in the games that
Russ plays.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just shows exactly, like even more so, of how phenomenal of a player he is. I feel like we really don't appreciate Russ enough. I know you love hearing me say that because it's your boy, but I'm being serious. I still think that he's a top 10 point guard. I could honestly, I can't think of off the top of my head, but I may even push him higher than the 10th spot. He's a phenomenal player, and this year's even showing it because the Wizards are trash. Without Russ, they would probably be like
The worst team, probably.
They'd probably be lower than the Magic, who are the 14th seed. I don't know.
Probably.
I don't know if they'll go that low than the Pistons, but still.
Not lower than the Pistons, actually. Yeah, but they'd be pretty damn bad.
They'd be terrible. They'd get
Yeah,
a top 3 lottery pick.
Yeah, 100%. And they'll probably get a decent pick this year again.
Yeah.
But we'll see how that goes. But for me, I have Hawks and Hornets playing. That's a really hard one. I want to go with the Hornets, but I'm not counting out the Hawks. I think Gordon Hayward is a good leader. He's good. And Pacers Wizards, I'm picking Wizards. No, I'm picking Pacers. But I want to go with the Wizards, as you guys know.
It's going to be a great game. I can't wait for that to happen.
Yeah, I can't wait for the play-in. It's going to be great.
Yep. It's all for today, everyone.
Feel free to comment down below what your thoughts were on the teams we picked for the play-in tournament.
Tune into the next episode on Monday. See you guys next time.
Peace.